Hey Tiffany, how are you? How you feeling? I'm low key a little sleepy. I'm not even going. I'm just low key a little sleepy. I'm trying to wait for a couple more people to come in here so I can get started with the astrology of the month. And then I'm gonna do some pick a number readings and a month ahead spread for you guys. So I'm just waiting, but I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes. If no one comes in, I'm just gonna get started and pre-record it because I'm sleepy. How's your day? How's your week been going? It's already Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Is it Wednesday or is it Tuesday? Goodness. The week is going by fast. It's going by fast. Hey Z. How are you, love? She said it's Wednesday. Man, y'all, I almost thought I was tripping. Like, is it Tuesday? All right, I'm about to go ahead and get started. We'll roll on in as they roll on in. Hello, hello, and welcome to the Shawnee Show. Today we're going to be going through April astrology, and we're going to be doing some pick number readings, and we're going to be doing a month ahead tarot spread. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop right on into it. The sun is still in Aries. Okay, Venus is also in Aries. Mercury is in Aries. Currently speaking, and we have our new moon in Aries on Sunday, the 11th. So tap in with this Aries energy. Get ready to be innovative. Take action. You're going to need a little bit of nurturing. Aries are the baby of the zodiac, so they do need a lot of nurturing, a lot of attention. So if you feel yourself kind of feeling those vibes, don't really judge yourself so much for it. It is what it is. Just let it be, but don't go overboard. Okay. Excuse my wash day plaits. Let me stay turned to the side so it can look elegant. These my wash day plaits. Okay, so on the 6th, Jupiter is in a semi-square with Chiron, which is the first of 3 of these transits to come. The next one is going to come in August, and then the last one is coming in November. This is going to cause us to focus more within and kind of figure out, what do we truly believe? Who do we really want to be? How do we really want to come off to the world? And you really want to be mindful not to just blindly follow anything just because you have like a hunger to quench for like meaningful understanding or conversation. Okay. On the 9th, Saturn is going into trine with our North Node. This is going to make us more committed and invested to our growth, development, improvement, and work. This Mars and Gemini energy has been throwing everybody off. All this damn fire and air has been throwing everybody off, making everybody a little bit off track. And I feel like this North Node trine Saturn is going to really bring things back down and help us to connect in a way and collaborate in a way that's more beneficial to work, like actual career and business. We have our new moon on Sunday. This is bringing new beginnings. It's really an assertion of the purity that comes with just allowing yourself to be okay with your impulses to a certain degree without beating yourself up about it. Now is the time to really tap into your personal plans and take action This is not the time to like sit and strategize over every single detail. You need to be thinking about the bigger picture, and you need to be moving while this Aries energy is taking place. Um, our Juno is going into retrograde on the 12th. Juno is the asteroid of contractual partnerships. So this is going to have you reviewing relationships with your husband, with your wife, with your baby daddy, with your kids, with your mother, with your father, people who you are contractually obligated to in some way. Even business partners can fall into this category in some instances, but it's going to really cause you to question like the habitual patterns that you've been displaying in these relationships, how that's affected you, how it's working for you, and how it's not working for you. um y'all, I smashed my finger earlier like really hard, and now it really hurts. Like, it's making my whole hand hurt since I put my ring over there. Let me change it. But I think I really messed something up because I never had like a bruise like that on the back of my finger. Shauna said she think I popped a blood vessel. Like, how you doing your toe? I'm like, I hope I didn't do that. But anyway, we're gonna be excited to start spring with a running start and really spring into action. Basically, we're gonna want to be in the lead. So make sure that you are not being so hard-headed that you don't want to seek help, because going back to that Saturn North Node, it's like getting assistance from the elders, tapping in with your ancestors, finding a mentor, things of that nature. Y'all, my voice sounds so bad. I gotta stop talking all day and not drinking no tea. I haven't been drinking my tea like I normally do, and it shows. It shows. Mm-hmm. On the 14th, Venus is moving from Aries to Taurus, okay? So with Venus in Taurus, it's like home is where the heart is. Venus is home in Taurus, so we're going to be feeling luxurious. We want beauty around us. We want to be around beautiful people, places, and things. You want to be mindful not to overspend with this Venus and Taurus energy. This is a great time for good food, good company, and pampering yourself. But like I said, make sure that you don't get caught up in overspending. On the 19th, Mercury is moving to Taurus. Y'all, I'm just looking at my handy dandy notebook where I be writing all the shit down for y'all. On the 19th, Mercury is moving to Taurus. So with Mercury in Taurus, we are a little bit self-absorbed, honestly. Like, really how we think and what we want to say is what matters the most. And we are trying to stand a little bit more firm on our boundaries as it relates to communication. So it can be a double-edged sword. The one thing I will say is, because not only is Mercury moving into Taurus, but Mars is moving into Cancer on the 23rd. And that can be a cause for like volatile situations, because it's like a stubborn, like emotional, like stirring of a pot type energy. Like at any given moment, some shit can go from 0 to 100. So I would say, if you have any like relationships, I know like I think this Taurus energy is going to bring a lot of calming to everyone, like from all this fire and air. Like, we need some earth and some water to come through. But damn, Mars and Cancer, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But Mercury and Venus in Taurus is I think it's going to be good. But that Mercury in Taurus with the Mars and Cancer, it can be a little bit volatile. So if you need to have conversations, like if you feel like you need to say something to someone, or I don't know, like if you've been avoiding confronting certain things, now is the time to do it. Because not only is Mars moving into Cancer at the end of the month, and then Mercury's moving into Taurus the mid of the month. But next month, things are going to start going into retrograde. Pluto's going into retrograde at the end of the month. So have the conversations that you need to have before the planets start moving backwards again, so you can be progressive instead of learning the same lesson and going through the same cycles of karmic completion and karmic loops over and over and over again. Am I making sense to y'all? Hey, Brim. Let's see. So Mercury moves to Taurus. We're gonna be really good at analyzation with Mercury and Taurus. Just make sure you don't overanalyze. But it's a good time for problem solving that requires a lot of patience, and it's a great time to create a financial strategy. So, like creating a budget, or like if you're planning a vacation, like, or if you're planning a move, like figuring out how everything how much everything costs, like what you need to pay for this, what you need to pay for that, like allocating your funds basically and investing, creating plans for that is what I'm trying to say. That's going to be good under this Mercury Taurus energy. Y'all, sometimes I be having a hard time getting my words together lately, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm trying to talk too fast, if like, I don't know what be happening, but I just be like, come on, Shawnee, spit it out. Spit it out. Okay, so on the 20th, 420, first quarter Leo moon, this is a time to really tap into your self-expression, your talents, your gifts, and let them be seen. Let your light shine. Understand that you will be received well without a shadow of a doubt for the people that you are for, and whoever you're not for, that's okay, because everybody ain't for everybody. So just celebrate the people that you are for, because they will appreciate what it is that you have to bring to the table. And ask yourself, how can you better promote yourself and build healthy long-term habits that allow you to really display all the different aspects of yourself and all of your gifts and talents on a deeper level. Again, 420, last quarter Leo moon. And then Pluto is going into retrograde on the 27th. This is going to allow us to reassess our need for power and control, how we delegate power and control, how we handle power and control, how we use it to our advantage. And we're going to be a lot more private and complex as we kind of review those cycles that I mentioned earlier of karmic completion. So this retrograde is going to go through the 16th of October. So we're going to be in Pluto retrograde for a while. I would recommend that you really analyze your control, your patterns as it relates to control, and what you feel like you need to protect when it comes to control, and how you assess and define power in yourself and in others. I think it's a great time to kind of assess those things and make the necessary changes. Does that make sense, y'all? I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then Mars in Cancer, we really want to protect home. We want to protect the heart. We want to protect our loved ones. This is a horrible time for confrontation, but it is great for releasing relationship problems. So if you can have a conversation without getting too emotional and blowing up, go for it. But if you know that you have a short temper and like your patience are bad, or you get defensive, don't set yourself up, because this is a time for domestic action and decision when Mars is in Cancer. And so like things can get really sensitive very quickly, especially when Mercury is in Taurus and things are like, it's like, okay, I'm already kind of stubborn in the way that I want to see things and the way that I want to view things. So y'all got to remember that Taurus is ruled by Venus at the end of the day. So it's very much like appearance, image, status. And then with Mars in Cancer, like domestic protection and security. So it's like things can get really sensitive on the home front and in your close personal relationships with these energies kind of being like this. So yeah, y'all will want to be mindful. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just something to be aware of. Good evening, Miss Blessed by Nature. Hey Gia. Hi Stasia. Um Also, this Mars and Cancer energy is really forcing us to identify and solidify the balance between our own needs and the needs of others, diplomacy versus authenticity, and solidifying our boundaries. Like, boundaries are important. I feel like we just, especially in this age of social media and the internet that we live in, we just feel like we're supposed to have access to everybody at all times, and like everyone's just supposed to do what we want them to do when we want them to do it, and it's almost like an entitlement, and like don't nobody really owe you shit. So it's Mars and Cancer is kind of remembering like I may be empathetic, I may be sympathetic, I may be loving and compassionate, but at the end of the day, not everyone is going to have my same heart, and it's up to me to establish the boundaries that I need to establish and also be my authentic self and not hold back my good nature because I feel like people and shit. This year I finally started verbalizing my boundaries. Yes. Yes. Um, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the month in astrology. If you are not subscribed to my website, you should be subscribed. Every single month I send out a newsletter, and it has a breakdown of the month in astrology, and it also gives you a horoscope by element. I talk about the numerology of the month, and it's really an informative situation. You also will get notified if I'm having any sales, and sometimes my members do get special discounts, excuse me, on products and services. So subscribe to my website. It's free. You don't got to pay nothing to subscribe to my website. Just go and fill out that little form on the bottom of my homepage, 11moons11.com, and you will be a member. You'll get the emails if that's something that you're interested in. Also, you guys can book your new moon readings on my website, 11moons11.com/book-online, and make sure you get your tickets to the new moon illumination, which is on Sunday, where we're going to be celebrating this Aries new moon. We're going to be doing an action and intention candle ceremony. We are going to be doing an Aries sun, moon, Venus, Mercury journal prompt, and we are going to be doing a guided meditation. I need to drink some tea between now and then so my voice can sound soothing. And then of course I'm going to do some divination. So it's only $11.11 for the tickets. You guys can purchase those at my website, 11moons11.com/events. And yeah, thank you, Brian. Thank you for putting that in the comments. As you guys know, the link is always in my bio. You can click that link and everything is there. Okay, let's get into these pick a number readings. I did not write down y'all's month ahead spread, and so maybe I can find it on my laptop. If I can't find it on my laptop, I'm just gonna pull some cards for the month ahead and call it grace. How y'all feel about that? Is that okay with y'all, or do y'all prefer when I have questions? Because y'all know I can find the spread if y'all want me to. Let me know. Y'all tell me what y'all want me to do. Because if y'all want me to find the spread, I'm about to find it first, and then I'll do pick a number readings. Come on. Come on. Tell me. Tell me if you still care about me. She said, "Do what works for you." Why did I know somebody was gonna say that? Either works for me. Honestly, I don't know. I just be creating tarot spreads. Thank you. They were made by Good Vibes Galaxy. You guys can follow her on Instagram. I don't know if she makes these specifically anymore, but she is on here. Good Vibes Galaxy. Y'all are no help. No help. I guess I'm just gonna thug it and do a freestyle. But first, I'm gonna do these pick a number readings. So let's say the numbers are 4, 44, and 444. Those are your options. 1 4, 2 4s, or 3 4s. Put your number in the comments. Y'all like, that's all the same number. What are you thinking? I know, but just pick which one your heart feels pulled to. Okay? I promise you, boo boo. It's gonna be good. What deck do I want to use? All right, 4. For the 4s, I'm gonna use my Fool's Journey deck and a Black Lilith. Hello. No, I'm focused today, y'all. I'm shuffling. Sometimes it just be like that. Like, I can't talk while I'm shuffling, but sometimes I just be fooling. I don't know. Okay, so 4s. I feel like it's definitely okay. Couple things going on. So first of all, you either were going through a situation or you're currently getting out of a situation where you really didn't feel like you had the validation or appreciation that you were looking for, and you were kind of frustrated, but you were able to move forward from that. The thing is, you got the spiritual validation, you got the mental validation, like you got that part, but physically the money aspect of things, this is for 4, the money aspect of things is still not there. Like, I feel like materially you're still not getting what you want, and that is definitely causing a problem. And I feel like, honestly, like, this either had to do with a relationship or a job, and it's like promises were not being kept, and like you kept judging yourself that you was even banking on those promises, and you kept trying to resurrect the situation. But what you don't realize is you just need to let it be destroyed and have compassion for yourself first and foremost, because I feel like you've been putting yourself on a back burner, kind of crying over what could have been, would have been, should have been, and you need to focus on what is and what could be. The numbers are just for my pick a number readings. It was 4, which I just did 4, 44, and then 444. So 1 4, 2 4s, or 3 4s. So this was 4. Who picked 4? Who picked 4? Because this message feels like heavy. Like, I don't know. I feel like you need to. Whoever picked 4, if you don't want to say, if you're not in here, you can message me. But I feel like you need, like, okay. I feel like you probably need to message me on this because I don't like to get into people's business on live, but I don't know. I don't like how I'm feeling with this message. I mean, it's nothing like too bad, so I don't want you to be like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Like, it's nothing like that, but I just feel like it's a heavy energy, and maybe you need a little bit more guidance, um, because yeah, this is like you really need to separate yourself from this, and you're like you don't realize it. Like, that's how I feel. I don't know what it is, but that's just, I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. You got the Six of Wands and then the Six of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Wands, Resurrection, Judgment, rushing in too soon, quit crying over spilled milk, destruction, and compassion. Okay, it's a lot of heavy ass energy. Okay, moving right along. You can definitely message me, or if you want to book a new moon reading, Danny, you can do that. Okay. 44. What deck do I want to use for 44? Let's go with the Fool's Journey again. Let's do the Astro Soul and the Moonology for 44. I don't know why I'm liking how these cards feel in my hand. That's why I'm using these for my tarot deck. I be shuffling cards all day, y'all, and I like to use my Afro Arcana deck. And I love this deck, don't get me wrong, but it's big, and so I don't be realizing sometimes that, like, my hands be hurting. Hey, Soul, how are you, love? Okay, 44, what is the message that I'm giving to 44? Why am I hungry? Oh. Thank you, Brian. Baby, can you make me some tea? Please?
Why you gotta ask me? Why you on live like that?
What do you mean? I ask you when I'm off live too.
No.
Y'all see how she do me? Y'all see how she do me? All right, 44. So I feel like you are trying to secure the bag right now. Like, you're really trying to hold the materials together, hold the house down, trying to keep everything like strong for the purpose of expansion. But I feel like you're a little bit tired of being strong and trying to keep it all together, and you really feel like you've been sacrificing a huge part of your ambition, indulging in this situation, and you really need to focus on, like, yourself right now and surrender to the fact that that's what you have to do, because I feel like you're fighting it. Like, I know I need to focus on myself, but I gotta do this. I know I need to focus on myself, but I gotta do that. Like, you will not surrender to the fact that you know what you need. You know that it's time for you to elevate to a higher level, and yet and still you won't do what you need to do because you don't have the confidence. And so in order for you to come out of this cycle the way that you need to surrender. You need to stop sacrificing yourself. Does that make sense, 44s? Okay, you guys have the Four of Pentacles. You have the Strength in reverse. You have the beautiful Sacrifice card come through in reverse. Got the Page of Wands. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. You have the ninth house. Ninth house has to do with learned beliefs, philosophy, intuition, and completion. I know is the mantra. You got the 12th house, which is karma, spirituality. I surrender. So that's for 44. Now, let's see. What are we using? We might as well continue on with the Fool's Journey as the tarot. What oracles? Let's do the numerology oracle and the star seeds. Let's do that. So new moon in Leo is just like a moon cycle. Don't really pay attention. We don't have a new moon in Leo that's coming up, but what we do have is the last quarter moon in Leo at the end of the month. Let me see what date I said it was. First quarter moon. We have our first quarter moon in Leo on the 20th of April. So make sure that from now to the 20th of April, and especially from the 20th of April to the end of April, that you are tapping into your gifts, your talents, letting your light shine. Leos are all about, I mean, I won't say they're all about, but they have a certain sense of glamour and ambition and just light to them. Leos are represented by the energy of the sun. So at the end of the day, you gonna see them, you gonna hear them, you gonna feel them. And if you feel like you've been hiding, let yourself be seen, let yourself be heard, and lead with that confidence. Don't just wait in the shadows of the background and pretend like, oh, you know, it's just gonna come. Because what if it doesn't? You know, you have to get out there and be the one to get it. So that is pretty much what that's about. Yo, I'm trying to plug my phone up and this cord is like, girl, I'm not that long, girl, you tripping. Okay. 444. Let's see what y'all's messages. You got gas, girl? You got gas? You silly. Take it over, honey. Y'all see my grades coming in? I guess I'm getting a little more wise out here in these streets. They really run in my family like to get them really early. I'm surprised I haven't had more by now, but I just always have this one or two. Not little feet. y'all was on here when she was drunk on here messing up my live. Cause she don't believe me that she was on my live acting a hot mess. Like I couldn't even save the live, let alone post it. I had to end it. I had to get off real quick. That was when we had our Libra full moon. I had to come back the next day, refreshed and renewed. That was you getting drunk with your sisters. All right, 444. So I feel like you guys have some decisions to make. These decisions probably have more to do with your emotional freedom and like repressed desires. You really need to allow yourself to be a little bit more free. It's really not even a decision because that's the choice that you need to make. And in that, you will find that there is growth, there is divinity, there is connection and like completion. There's also going to be new beginnings. And I want you to forgive yourself. Understand that you may have gone through some things in the past that have caused you to repress these desires and feel the way that you feel about the things that you want to do. But, at the time you may have been defenseless and you've done your due diligence to right those wrongs. And now it's time for you to lift yourself up and plant new roots. That's really going to create a space of domestic harmony for you and allow you to grow into the month with love and with like divine support. Does that make sense? 444. See, Tiffany said, oh my gosh, she was lit. And then she put the emoji, so you know it's real. You know it's real. And then Danny Marie said, I remember that. It was funny. See, you don't even...
Y'all don't be doing that.
Y'all, she be thinking I just be making stuff up. I told her she was on my live acting crazy. You guys have the choices card with the 4 of Cups. This is giving me like, it's time for you to choose what makes you like tick. Like, what are you passionate about? What really makes you feel fulfilled? Because right now you're just sitting in your contentment and that's not enough. You need to allow yourself to be a little bit more free, which is going to push you into a space of growth, into a place of personal assessment, and into a place of divinity. It's definitely time for you to let go of some things in the past and forgive yourself for certain things that you've been through, that you've held against yourself, in order for you to walk into this space of new beginning. And with that, you're going to come into, like I said, a little bit more self-love. So here we go again with that energy of 7, that divine assessment, that spiritual wisdom and completion. 6, the number of divine healing. 1, the number of new beginnings. And there we go, self-love. And then domestic harmony, 46. 4 is the foundation, okay? The foundation of standing on your square regardless of what's going on around you. Standing in your power between the 4 directions and the 4 elements, because as humans, that's what makes us elite. We have that, and that gives us the ability to create magic. So understanding that and using that to your advantage. Why do y'all think Beyonce loves number 4 so much? Let me not tell y'all too much, okay? I'm just saying. And then with 6, like I said, it's a number of healing. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like the harmonizing point of center. 10 is endings and new beginnings. So there you go. 444. It's time for you to really allow yourself to be free and open more than anything. And I honestly feel like this has to do with sex. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like some of you have some sexual trauma that has held you back from exerting certain relationship ideals that you want, or sexual fantasies that you want. And I think it's time for you to explore that and get out there and do a little bit more of what you want to do. Does that make sense, guys? I always got the juice for us. Yeah, I've been well. I've been super busy. I'm not even gonna lie, but I've been well nonetheless. I'll be so happy after after really like the 17th of April, because I have a week to kind of just like regroup and get my life together. And then I can go back to like regularly scheduled. Bop, 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 bop. So I'm doing good. It's a blessing to be busy. I'm just blessed to see my business grow the way that it has, and to be able to just keep it going. Like I'm still in shock every day. So yeah, that's the pick a number readings. Y'all, I kind of feel like that gave y'all a month ahead on the low. What y'all think? What y'all think? Tell me. And don't say, what do I think? Tell me what y'all think. I want to know. I'm curious. Thank you, Soul. Y'all gotta stop being lazy and take these product photos. That's the only thing that's really keeping me from selling more product, is I'm just lazy and I haven't taken product photos, and I need to record some videos of me using the product and post them, but I'm just lazy and I haven't done it. It did. That matches my plans. Okay, cool. So I'm not even gonna do a month ahead. I'm just gonna leave it at that, you guys. Thank y'all for joining. Listen, y'all need to make sure y'all click that link in my bio. Get your tickets to New Moon Illumination on Sunday. Okay.
Hey, friend.
If you cannot make it on Sunday, there will be a recording, so you can watch it later on. On top of that, make sure that you book your new moon readings. Okay. And I will see y'all on Friday, where I will be here with the Love, Sex, Pain report. Until then, y'all have a good rest of y'all evening, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. And don't judge my wash day plats. Okay? Don't be going telling your friends, come look at this live, so y'all can see her steamy plats. All right, y'all. Good night.